And then how did you first encounter white nationalism in any meaningful way?
My first real kind of introduction to it is, and it's basically what was my recruitment arc, was one day I was kind of surfing the net, and just offhand I kind of ran across this blog by a self-proclaimed Antifa named Yama, who his blog kind of it was stalking the girls from Prussian Blue, which was a white nationalist band. They were 12-year-old girls. They were doing it early before, it's not like it was really their choice in the matter. So
if you're 12 years old, your number one goal is to impress mom and dad. And if mom and dad say, well, just so you know, we're a member of a master race and you can really impress us by helping the white pride, that's extraordinarily difficult and tragic to deal with and cope with. So, but I think that's what you're saying, and that makes sense. So, but is that roughly
pretty much it? Yeah. I would never have ever really considered the girls themselves white nationalists because they were 12. They were, there's no political opinion really that they would have really had. So, that doesn't mean they didn't say racist things or do racist things, but they were following what their mom wanted. So I saw this blog, and I noticed at one point on the blog that there was a post where Yama was trying to get people to go to their house and rape them, including posting a picture of the map to their house.
Jesus.
And that I thought was completely unacceptable. I thought that was just kind of horrible to do. Again, these are 12-year-old girls, regardless of their beliefs. And stuff which they were raised with, you don't try to get them raped. And so I did contact the authorities. They kind of took basically a report, but otherwise kind of shrugged it off. And really, they just mainly wanted me to. They did say, did you let their mom know or let their parents know? So I kind of took that as them saying, well, go ahead and let the parents know. So I contacted April, who is their mother, April 𝐒𝐚𝐬, and she's very well known. But I contacted her on they had like a little kind of guest book forum, and I started basically talking to her. I let her know the situation. She told me about how that guy was stalking them and stuff like that. And while initially I didn't really get the racism thing and stuff like that, and April was really nice to me, and she was actually very friendly, and to be fair, she actually is still very friendly whenever we talk. She's she obviously these days we disagree on a lot, but the last time I talked to her, she was really nice to me, and she even at some point wants to meet for dinner at some point. But anyway, that's an aside. So I ended up basically joining this forum basically they wanted to make me a moderator. The only job I kind of had was to make sure people weren't going on there to post porn, because it's a site for little girls. So I ended up becoming the moderator, and then they created another forum that looked a lot more like Stormfront. It was a V bulletin, and I became a moderator there. Then she added me as a admin to their blog, and it kind of started just escalating from there. She asked me if I was interested in going to Stormfront and actually joining and meeting people. And I think one of the first things I told her was it kind of looked lame, but I did. And kind of resisted the white nationalist label for a while, but just over time, if you're kind of doing this, and especially if you do have things about you that are are that people that can recruit can use to kind of grab you, like Odinism. You know, it is very easy to then start falling down the rabbit hole. So that's the kind of the basics of how I kind of started meeting white nationalists.